Gotham's caped crusader has swapped his cloak of shadows for the red carpet more than 70 times since his first film debuted in 1966. Like a James Bond or Doctor Who, Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman, has been played by different actors over the decades, some more memorable than others. Looking at you, Adam West, you beautiful... But sometimes what makes a Batman movie into a Batman film are the performers we overlooked. So, from Drew Barrymore to Michael Jai White, we're putting the spotlight on 15 actors and celebrities most folks forget shared a stage with Gotham's greatest son.
Action.
That's right, E.T. alumni, Golden Globe winner, and rom-com heroine Drew Barrymore was in a Batman movie. In fact, she played opposite Debbie Mazar in 1995's Batman Forever. Her character, Sugar, doesn't get a ton of screen time though, and in a flick already littered with everyone from Tommy Lee Jones to Nicole Kidman, plus Jim Carrey and Val Kilmer, it's understandable that Barrymore's brief performance gets overlooked more often than not. Now, of all the Batman films, the Lego Batman movie might be the most star-studded, kind of secretly so. It's easy for audiences not to realize who they're listening to when they can only see an animated character on the screen. That's precisely how music legend Mariah Carey slipped under our radar when she voiced Mayor McCaskill in the Bricktacular 2017 movie. Tons of Batman fans already recognize John Glover as the longtime voice of Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler, from both the 1992 and 1998 Batman animated series. But did you know he also made a live-action appearance? That's right, Glover actually acted opposite Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy as the short-lived Dr. Jason Woodrue in the 1997 Batman and Robin. Thurman's performance slightly overshadows Glover's, especially when her character gives Glover's character a peck from her newly poisonous lips. Although that being said, he certainly tries to chew as much scenery as humanly possible. Despite sharing one of the movie's more memorable and icky scenes involving the Joker, a thug, and a pencil, Michael Jai White is too often overlooked for his contribution to 2008's critically acclaimed The Dark Knight. White played a mob boss named Gamble, but today he's probably better known for writing and starring in the irreverent and uproarious 2009 satire, Black Dynamite. White remains one of the funniest and most badass men in Hollywood today, but you'd never know it from this brutal, cold portrayal of a Gotham kingpin. When you play the game of... right actor, wrong franchise. Years before Irish phenom Jack Gleeson ever became the face of despicable princelet Joffrey Baratheon on HBO's Game of Thrones, he played the son of Commissioner Gordon in Batman Begins. Unsurprisingly, he's much more likable in Gotham than Westeros. However, don't expect to see Gleeson in anything new. The actor publicly retired from acting in 2014 after completing his last bit of shooting for Game of Thrones. Number 6 on our list is Brian George. No, not Ryan. Get out of here. Brian George, an actor eternally underappreciated despite long-term roles as restaurant owner Babu Bhatt in Seinfeld and Raj's father on The Big Bang Theory. Recently, though, he also voiced indefatigable butler Alfred Pennyworth in the 2016 animated adaptation of Alan Moore's The Killing Joke. If you haven't seen or read The Killing Joke, it's one of the most powerful and darkest installments in the already pretty dark Dark Knight continuum. Most folks know acting legend Ralph Fiennes for his recurring roles in both the Daniel Craig Bond films and the Harry Potter movies. Originally, Fiennes gained acclaim for his Shakespearean acting and even had a role in Schindler's List. So what's he doing on this list? Well, back in 2017, Fiennes voiced Alfred in the Lego Batman movie. Seriously, it's amazing. Fiennes brings a dry wit to the tireless butler that might even give Michael Caine a run for his money.
Would that it were so simple.
Our third, but not final Lego Batman cast member to make the list, Zoe Kravitz cameoed as Gotham's favorite femme fatale feline, Catwoman, back in 2017's Brick by Brick satire.
Probably worth the Google.
Kravitz has done plenty of acting in addition to her work as a model and spokesperson, but her Selena Kyle is a great reminder of how good she is at comedy. Hopefully, Batman fans won't be able to forget her for too much longer. Kravitz is set to reprise her role as Catwoman in the upcoming live-action flick The Batman, coming to theaters in 2022. Guess the cat is out of the... Never mind. For our final oft-forgotten Lego Batman list inclusion, let us turn our Gotham guidebook to comedy legend and transgender icon Eddie Izzard. Izzard is best known for her cutting satire and way with words, both of which she brought in force in her performance as the voice of ancillary antagonist Lord Voldemort in the Lego Batman movie. Yes, that Voldemort, of He Who Must Not Be Named fame. Look, crossovers are fashionable. Even Scooby-Doo has teamed up with the Caped Crusader once or twice over the years. Oh, Gary Cole, who could forget your hilarious deadpan as suspenders-clad boss Bill Lumbergh in Mike Judge's 1999 dark comedy Office Space? No one, that's who. Absolutely no one. More recently, though, Cole has enjoyed a 7-year run as Kent Davison on Veep, which is nothing to slouch at. So, what's Cole's Batman connection? He voiced Two-Face and Commissioner Gordon in 2020's Batman: Death in the Family. Seems like Gotham really needs a bigger casting office. Yup, Matthew Mercer, better known for rolling dice and distributing advantage to his players, trailblazing Dungeons & Dragons DM Matt Mercer played a not-so-critical role in the not-so-critical role, you get it? Because it's D&D related, because anyway. In the 2016 animated film Batman: Bad Blood, he voiced the character of Hellhound, but given that Bad Blood was a direct-to-video release, maybe it's not surprising Mercer's involvement isn't common knowledge. Well, that's alright, he seems to be doing fine. A superb actress who appeared in early seasons of The West Wing and then went on to co-star as Dr. Lisa Cuddy on House, Lisa Edelstein also made a clandestine contribution to the Batman-Superman movie World's Finest, voicing Mercy Graves. Edelstein has played Graves on countless occasions, but she doesn't get half the recognition she deserves. Bat masks off to you, Lisa. Musical theater wunderkind Neil Patrick Harris. Neil, how could anyone forget about you? Whether playing total lech Barney Stinson on How I Met Your Mother or singing your heart out as Dr. Horrible, it's hard to believe some folks still don't know you voiced Dick Grayson in Batman Under the Red Hood. Tragic. Another undercover contributor to Batman Under the Red Hood, Jason Isaacs makes our list at number 14 of forgotten Batman actors. He voiced Ra's al Ghul, not because no one has heard of him, but because many people don't realize he's also the Jason Isaacs who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter films. Seems like he might have gotten a little typecast as sinister father with a penchant for black clothes and an uncomfortable tendency to use his children to further his evil schemes. Yeah, should we be worried that's a type? Yes, Uma Thurman. Yep, Uma Thurman. Plenty of folks know she played Poison Ivy in Batman and Robin, but really, when many people think of Uma Thurman's acting career, Poison Ivy probably doesn't even make the list. Beatrix Kiddo, sure. Mia Wallace, of course. Poison Ivy, not so much, even though she did a great job as the vine and leaf-clad villainess. So instead of being overshadowed, having a small part, or suffering from their film's poor critical reception, Uma Thurman rounds out our list because her portrayal of Poison Ivy is eclipsed by her indelible performances in other, more famous movies like Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction. It's hard to top being a part of cinema history. As long as more Batman content keeps coming, it's a safe bet that brief cameos and riveting performances alike will get outshone by everyone's favorite flying rodent fanatic and crime-punching playboy.